But the reason why Canadian movies are bad or we never see them in the theaters is because there is a machine in place that sells American films to our audience. That machine is highly, highly, highly profitable, and they don't want you and me getting in their way.
I had no idea what Carl was talking about, so I decided to look into it. The total number of theaters in Canada is 641, which adds up to about 2,800 movie screens. So my first question was, who are the companies that own all of these screens? Well, I didn't have to dig very deep. There's Empire Cinemas and Cineplex Entertainment. Between them, they own more than half the theaters in the country. But how do these giants decide what movies they're going to put up on all those screens? And this is what really surprised me. They have what's called a first run film allocation policy, which is basically a contract with the major Hollywood studios, which guarantees that their films get screen time and also divides which theater will screen which studio's film. So, if all that's decided ahead of time, what happens when you have a Canadian film that you want to screen in one of those theaters? In 2008, 508 films opened in Canada, and only 72 of them were Canadian. In that same year, theaters in Canada collected $919 million in box office revenues. $815 million of that was for American films, and $80 million of it was for films from other foreign countries, and $25 million of that was for Canadian films. And of that $25 million, 16.5 of it was for French films, which makes the total revenue for English language films $8.5 million, and the total box office share 1.1%. Now I'm really wondering what I got myself into.